We're outdoors again. I got XRP, John Deaton, AI, bots, rallies, what's going to happen with the price. A lot to talk about today. By the way, I'm doing a daily walk now. I get about 2 hours a day, no matter what. Partly as part of a group on TikTok, Walking for Mental Health, which is a kind of to encourage people to get out and get some air. Also, I'm trying to get some fitness because I've become a little bit saggy around the midsection because I sit so much in front of a computer. And of course, that's what happens when you're spending hours and hours researching and making videos. And talking of fitness, guys, I am 5 kilograms lighter since I started this 2 weeks ago. So I hope that sounds inspiring to some people who want to lose weight. I know we're now in this sort of February area when everyone has these, resolutions that they want to accomplish. So consistency, tenacity, not giving up. Even though it's freezing cold at the moment, I just got my gloves on. Let's get on with it. Anyway, so John Deaton. John Deaton, man, he's some kind of superhero at this point. He's at it again, talking positive vibes about Ripple concerning the SEC. And basically he pointed out that, look, this case, man, is kind of really weak, especially now, with all the things that have happened. And his prediction is that it's more likely that this case is going to be dropped than anything else because, look, it's a win for Ripple, but it's a relatively face-saving win at the moment, right? If they were to take this thing to the Supreme Court and lose, that's going to set a precedent for, cryptos across the board, right? And the SEC wouldn't like that. The other thing, of course, is even if they win, chances are it's just going to fall back to Torres again. And Torres has basically expressed, her opinion on this. So where do we go from there? So it's almost in the SEC's best interest to just let it fly. Just, again, new administration coming, new management, and just let it go. Now the issue of bots, man. This is one of the most frustrating things for me because I like to actually engage with you guys. I like to communicate with people and talk to people. I like to respond to comments. But I'm spending half of the time going through these bots and removing as much as I can, filtering things out, deleting things. Like, I don't delete negative comments, so I'm not one to go be like moderating comments normally. But bots and scams and, man, there's just so many of them. And I think I found the reason why. See, there is this new concept of AI bots, right? Now, AI bots have been around for a while, but the bots that we used to get on social media weren't AI. They were just like, farm bots, right? They were like just unleashed from a computer. But nowadays, right, people have built systems, AI bots, right? Not only have they built those AI bots, they've made it such that anybody can now just go on those platforms and create their own bots. So these are autonomous, almost autonomous AI agents that can actually head out to the internet, do their own searches, find pages such as mine, and leave comments that are similar to what people are saying in that sort of comment section. So even though we can still tell that they're bots, right? Obviously, because there's so many of them saying the same thing over and over again, they can tune their message to the platform that they're posting on. There's a lot of construction on this road today. I hope it's not too noisy. Anyhow, so to make matters worse, these AI bots now are self-financing because, at least before, it used to be expensive to operate some of these bots. Now, you have AI bots that have meme coins that are attached to them, which means people are now buying these coins and hence providing, financial support. And some of these bots are starting to, they're starting to moon. Some of them are doing very, very well. AI agents. There's a particular one, for instance, on X, who is an influencer. It's a AI something BXN or whatever. I'll put the name here in post. Basically, that AI agent, right, has its own account on Twitter, yeah? And what it does is it offers financial advice. Now, It offers crypto advice, but, it's AI, right? So, people are aware that it's AI, but, it's not doing any much worse than the average sort of moon boy in crypto, right? Because what it is it's an aggregation of the general sentiment. It kind of weighs it with some kind of algorithm. Obviously, I don't know exactly what the algorithm is, but you can tell it just sort of takes the temperature on X. It probably has some sort of weighing system for who to listen to, which influencer to take more seriously, etc. And the token that is attached to this agent doing absolutely well, right? I'm sure like the person who built it is probably doing very, very well financially at the moment as well, with the meme coin that is attached to it. So these AI agents, right, I think that they're going to do very, very well in this bull market. But you have to remember that a lot of them are going to be rug pulls, not financial advice, do your own research. Most of them are going to be rug pulls because the people that create them are looking to get money and get the heck out as quickly as possible. So it's quite interesting. They're going to be bunched into the whole AI pot. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to get wrecked, getting into these AI agents, right? And what that's going to do is going to give AI a bad name. It's going to be the NFT of 2025. So what NFTs did in 2020, 2021, 2022 somewhat, 2019, AI agents are going to do that. That's my prediction about AI agents. Some of them are going to do 100x's, 1000x's, 10,000x's and make people millionaires, right? But some of them are going to be absolute rock balls and create these, put a bad taste in people's mouths. RLUSD. Shout out to the people taking the mickey out of how I pronounce RLUSD. Try saying RLUSD really quickly. It sounds like ROUSD or ROUSD. I've heard people saying ROUSD, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. RLUSD, the Ripple stablecoin. Now, there's a lot of talk about this now, right? It's gaining a lot of momentum. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about it because it's, it's surpassing the likes of PayPal stablecoin and EURC, which is the Euro stablecoin, right? It's surpassing those, right? So it's getting a lot of attention, and rightfully so. A lot of people still don't understand why this is good for XRP. I think a lot of people have talked about that ad nauseum, but the gist of it is, look, we need XRP to create RLUSD, okay? And RLUSD is also partly backed by XRP. And also, there's a lot of XRP ledger activity when this is being used, okay? Those are the simple basics. Also, RLUSD's function is the same as the USD. That's all it is. It's pegged one-to-one with the USD. So if the dollar crashes, it crashes too. Its value is locked to the US dollar. It's not trading against the US dollar. It doesn't hope the US dollar dies. It is the US dollar. It's just a different technology. So your US dollar that you're holding right now, unless you're holding a physical note in your hand, you're holding a digital representation of that dollar, right? In your bank account, on your credit card, in your PayPal balance, etc. Yeah. So it's exactly the same thing as that, only now the technology has changed, right? So it's this technological change, that's what the big deal is. So now the counterparty, the third party is involved in storing your US dollar in the bank. Who's responsible for keeping it safe? Who has the right to freeze it or unfreeze it or what have you? All that changes with stable coins, right? You're able to now put it in your own private wallet. You're able to up and go wherever you want. You don't have to tell anybody you have it, well, unless, you're in a country where KYC is absolutely necessary, like South Korea. So it's the freedom that it allows you and your ability to use it whenever you want, take it whenever you want, send it to whomever you want. So basically, it's the same idea as most other, the concept of crypto generally, that freedom and it's about self-sovereignty. That's what it's about, not necessarily about making money. Like stablecoin is a technology, originally birthed to help move dry powder into crypto and help you stabilize. So It's a way of utilizing crypto technology the way it is, and benefiting from all of the positives of crypto while avoiding the volatility of the asset. That's pretty much it. XRP, well, that's still going to be the go-to bridge currency for international money transfers, remittances, etc., etc. Yes, there are some alternatives like our sister token, Stellar, Lumens, but basically XRP is the number one when it comes to that. Whoa, the day's got really nice all of a sudden. I want to talk quickly about price predictions and some of the stuff that we've been hearing. This is the problem with technical analyses and charts and predictions and all that sort of stuff. Because more than half of the time, it's wrong. It's the only thing that could be almost as wrong as predicting British weather. That's the other thing that's often wrong. That's, in fact, more than half of the time is wrong. Now with modern technology, we get it a little bit more right, obviously, but normally it's wrong. People were predicting a further dip, right? Especially with Bitcoin and whatever. And look, at least as of when I left home, it was like 102,000. So not only is it like not dipped, it looked to have like recovered somewhat, right? And looks like we're on our way to, I don't know, 103, 104,000, maybe even a new all-time high by the end of this week.
Hello, Future Ade here. While editing this video and removing all the noisy parts that were going to really annoy you guys, Bitcoin took a massive dump and probably liquidated a whole bunch of people. So what I'm saying in this part of the video is even more true now. You can't trust some of this stuff. All right, back to the video.
And if Bitcoin decides to do a new all-time high in the next couple of days, then we might be looking at a big response from all of the alts that have cooled off significantly in the last week or two. Man, XRP might do that big pump past 2.5 that people have been predicting, and we might see an all-time high, because I believe that if it goes back to that 2.8 that we were earlier on, 2.9, then it's definitely going to breach the psychological $3. Again, not trying to do any predictions as usual, but one can't help but ponder. In my opinion, the best thing to do, dollar cost average and hodl. So like I said yesterday, that's what I do now. I just buy a little bit every day. So just like yesterday, the first thing I did this morning was buy a little bit in the morning. Now, there are some systems that can automate that for you. I don't use any of those at the moment, but many of the exchanges that I use actually have an automation process where you can DCA. You can set a time, a price, all sorts of things. Obviously, you can decide what the parameters are, but a lot of those exchanges have them. These are those Egyptian geese that I filmed in November or something. I think it was about November. At that point, I think XRP was like 30-something cents rather. If you guys had bought XRP when I advised you, you'd be millionaires now, birds. All you had to do was put 200 grand. You'd have done a 5x by now. Get out of my way. This is why it's quite important not to take financial advice from YouTubers and to do your own research. I'll see you in the next one. I've got to get some coffee. No Costa coffee today, because apparently it's got some Bill Gates juice in it. Peace.